Kin inside, I'm back. And I had to take a small break, reevaluate how I was going to do Dokkan content, and I came up with a miniature solution. No one in my friend circle, but a few, know how to play Dokkan. So I decided that I will do a beginner's guide. And it's a little hard to do beginner guide without it being multi-parted because there's a lot to Dokkan now compared to the last 5 years. And like, I mean, why hasn't anyone compressed any of this beginner stuff? I mean, yeah, you could read it yourself, but some people just need YouTube. Some people need the visual effect of me saying, why didn't I cover Bardock or Raditz? You know, them popping up magically here. And it's a common thing to want to be entertained instead of sitting down and, you know, reading a guide. Who wants to read now these days? We have YouTube. So I decided to sit back and do a multi-parter beginner guide. And if you see me constantly looking this way, it's because I'm staring at my emulator. I'll be using an emulator to demonstrate. After you have decided to use that 5 stones and do the single summon, which I already have, and start a brand new account, go through the tutorial and learn the little itty-bitty things that they do teach you. Other than that, the game doesn't teach you how to manage your stones. The game doesn't teach you how to progress from here on out. It kind of stops holding your hand at this point, except for maybe the King Kai part. That quest will kind of take you through itself. Now, I would not get rid of that quest. I would do it if I were you guys. But let's go ahead and move on forward. So here in front of me, we have my emulator. As you can see, I named it beginner, and these stones you have here are variable to change. The reason why it's like this is because the Saijin celebration is on way, but you're a beginner, so you don't have to worry about that right now. Right now, your worry should be, where do I start? What do I do? What do I do with this guy? Whoever you summoned. It could be Frieza, it could be Goku, Muten Roshi, or even Cell, whoever. I'll try to keep everything as clean as possible as I can. So here, I pulled a Cell, and now I'm gonna go down to basics of card functionality. It's very, very, very simple. You have an HP stat, attack stat, and a defensive stat. These values hold very great significance, and I will be explaining them in a future part of the beginner guide. The leader skill, AGL type attack plus 25%, only affects this type, which is himself. See, these are the several types: AGL, Biz, STR, Tech, and Int. They're all color coordinated, and you will learn what they do and how they affect the game as you play. This is his super attack. This is the amount of damage it does, and unbeknownst to everyone, that's an invisible multiplier that does a specific amount of damage using this base attack to multiply off of. Future details later on. You can click the details here. It'll tell you what's your super attack level. This is another invisible multiplier that they don't tell you about. And this is another multiplier they do not tell you about. All in good time, my friend. Don't worry, you will learn. But first we're going to learn card breakdown. We're going to learn what cards do, not how multipliers affect them. That'll be in the next video. I know it's going to be a boring ride, but Katsuki doesn't want to teach any of you guys this. So, and playing for 5 years, you tend to learn from all the mistakes you've made, all the banners you shouldn't have pulled on. God damn that banner. Damn Tanabata banner. Thank you, nothing. Anyway, moving on. Detailed list gives you his link skills. Link skills, you ask? Well, you guys learned about that in the tutorial. Just make sure you pay attention to the TUT as you go through it. it has some valuable information that you can apply to this. If you click details, it'll tell you exactly what you gain once you are linked with a specific character. And these are characters that share the links. Once they are together, the link becomes active and it affects two characters at the same time. There are some links that can be stacked together. There's others that just can't. Like Fierce Battle, only one applies where the other one doesn't. But for the most case, all of these do apply. Big bad bosses, all those other things. Now, here's the most confusing thing, because over the past 2 years, we've gone into this meta with no one explained to any new players what a category is. A category is a group of characters within a catalog that have synergy together via a leader skill. And it's very simple. They are all listed here, and every character listed on this category is listed here. And every time there's an update to it, the list gets bigger. There are easier methods of seeing the entire category, but for now, in future videos, you'll notice I'll use certain tools. Those will help you as you become acclimated to your climate of playing Dokkan. Stupid gumminess aside of me being, prim and proper. We have transformation boost, we've got time travelers, artificial life forms, android cell saga, and Kamehameha. All make sense for Cell to have these, and he should be in these pool of characters. So, this is a breakdown of cards. Let's move on to what's the first thing you should actually be doing when you play this game. It's actually very simple. Start on the story. The story is the easiest way to get to things. And start on normal. Don't push yourself too hard. Find someone who can help you. So you don't want this. You don't want this either. Or you can just pick something and go with it. It's up to you guys. Really, it is. You can pick something big, something small. Maybe you want to go with UI Goku. Go with UI Goku. Just pick a character, get into the story, start building, and from here, I'll show you what you fundamentally need to do. So, we're gonna finish this right here. So we can see exactly what we want done here. So, as you can see, we're put back into the situation. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 key. This won't be enough for him to super, but he should be able to kill this. Because this Goku is very strong. Even at this level of not being... Yeah, I think he killed it. Yep. There we go. So find someone pretty tough, someone willing to be your friends. If you'd like to join the Discord, the Discord, we have 3 players, two-ish players that play the game somewhat seriously, 3 players that play the game seriously. We have friend codes. We're starting to build, the community, things like that. And see, like that, your rank gives you that maximum cost up. It revives your stamina. You saw that I completed a mission, and my first clear reward is 1 dragon stone. There's roughly 750 stones that you can get from the story mode, which is awesome, by the way. And there are quite a bit of things you can do once you start unlocking things. So, you just finished a mission and you want to know where the mission tab is. It's plain a day. Right to your right, you click on it. you'll find that you have to do something like this, and you just claim it and you add it to your inventory. If you've been following along, you should be able to get to this part by now. Very, very, very simple. So I'm gonna break down what summons you should be doing to build a foundation before you move on to the actual summons. And I would say friend summon is the best way to build out your team till you can 100% use these characters, until you can actually build out these characters. So friend summon lets you go ahead and build a foundation team. You take that team and then you will go here next. This is a short, sweet showing of what you can do. You build the Ginyu Force. Every day you get a brand new member. Today, for show and tell, is Ginyu. And don't forget, this event is permanent, so it won't go away, except the character will change every time. Every day is a new character, except the weekends you can only farm their orbs. Just like the Ginyu Force, I don't know how hard their event is in comparison, but you can in fact take on the Team Bardock one. These are the details. This is how you exactly see the details. And there's no boost to picking up other characters right here. You can just build characters on your own, and I might as well suggest you build Fascia and Ginyu if you can. It's all up to you guys. I'm pretty sure the event will become permanent once the event is over, and you guys can farm them at your leisure. But for now, the Ginyu Force and the Bardock team will take you very far into grinding the mid game, and then eventually to the end game, where you can use your stones to start summoning big boy cards to help you out. Well, this is my first trip into the beginner's guide. I hope this helped some of you out. There will be more in the future, breaking down multiplications, all those things, and data and how cards function. Please be tuned for that, because I use numbers quite often in my videos to explain the APT, which is the average per turn like damage of a selected card. I do it quite often to prove particular theories and craft a good argument in terms of comparing other units, such as I personally think cooler's than Beerus, but anyway, that's subjective. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Twitter, message me on Instagram, I don't know, and stop by my Twitch. I do stream Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 12 to 4 PST. Plug that into Google, plug that into Google and see what time it is for you. Stop on by and you're free to ask questions. Well, that was the end of the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. And don't forget to keep it messed.